Have you ever wondered why some people seem truly happy, while you constantly feel you're not good enough? Do you find yourself comparing your life to others too often? Today's story is about Aryan, a crow who was once deeply dissatisfied with himself. This tale will completely change the way you look at happiness and comparison. Join us in this video to uncover a powerful life lesson: how to find real happiness within, rather than searching for it in others. Right finger, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss more such inspiring and soul-touching stories. Part 1. Alone at midnight. No one will save you except yourself. Aryan, a young man from a small village by the banks of the Yamuna River, had always dreamed big, to become a tech leader at a top company in Mumbai. But in the stillness of midnight, while the entire world was fast asleep, Aryan sat alone in his cramped one-room accommodation, facing the dim glow of his table lamp. He scrolled through his phone, reading updates from friends, but not a single message of encouragement. Loneliness consumed him. The dreams he once held so close began to feel distant, almost invisible. Day by day, Aryan sank into a spiral of negative thoughts, constantly wondering, do I really have what it takes to achieve my goals? Advice from family, kind words from friends, they had become faint echoes, unable to drown out the noise of self-doubt in his mind. No one asks how you are. No one cares if you're tired, if you failed, or if you succeeded. The world remains silent. Only you can pull yourself out of this. That night, Aryan realized something life-changing. No one is coming to save him. Only he can change his life. From that moment onward, he promised himself, he must rise, he must change, and he must find his own path to success. Part 2. The Trap of Tomorrow. The Dream Killer. Though Aryan had many good opportunities and clear paths ahead, he constantly fell into the trap called tomorrow. Every time he glanced at the clock, he whispered to himself, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow always slipped away. Time passed, wasted, no progress, no results. This continued for months, until Aryan felt like he was stuck in a swamp of procrastination. Then, one morning at a small roadside cafe, Aryan received a phone call he had been waiting for, a golden chance. It was an invitation to interview at Vedanta X Solutions, the very company he had admired for years. But once again, fear crept in. I'm not ready. Maybe tomorrow I'll be better prepared. But the next day, the opportunity had vanished. Gone forever. It hit him hard. The trap of tomorrow had stolen his dream. Overwhelmed with regret, Aryan made a firm decision. Never again would he let tomorrow destroy his ambitions. He knew, if he wanted to live his dream, he had to act today. Part 3. The Mirror of Truth. A face-off with the self. That night, Aryan stood before the mirror in his modest room. The weak light reflected a tired, sorrowful face. He looked deep into his own eyes and asked, how have I lived for the past 2 years? Am I truly worthy of the dream I once believed in? Inside, a battle raged, between the fire of his dreams and the weight of his reality. He realized, it wasn't the outside world that was holding him back. It wasn't lack of money, or connections, or luck. It was himself. His greatest enemy was not difficulty or poverty. It was a lack of self-discipline and the habit of delay. That was the real dream killer. Aryan was no longer that boy with distant dreams. He had become a man who finally understood. Right finger action is the only thing that matters. To change his life, Aryan knew he had to confront himself, to silence the excuses, to throw away the laziness that had weighed him down for years. From that moment on, he refused to live in regret. He became a man of clarity and conviction, a man ready to build his future, not tomorrow, but today. Part 4. Buried Dreams. Forgotten memories. Recalling the golden days in Bhavnagar, the place where he was born and raised, Aryan once had a mighty dream, to become the best AI engineer in India. He had a grand vision, a crystal clear picture of his future. But over time, that dream became buried, covered in dust, tucked away in an old wooden box, next to faded engineering diagrams. Life had pulled him in different directions. And somewhere along the way, His burning ambitions were slowly buried by his own hands. Dreams don't die because of poverty. They die because they're forgotten, Aryan whispered to himself. He could not continue like this, lost in regret over what could have been. He realized he had destroyed golden opportunities, not because life was unfair, but because he lacked consistency and was unwilling to step beyond comfort and laziness. But today, something was different. Today, he decided to live differently. He would no longer let time pass wrapped in regret, because every minute, every second, is a fresh chance. This was not just a wake-up call, it was a deep transformation in how Aryan viewed life. From now, he would never again allow his dreams to be buried simply out of fear of failure. Part 5, The 5 a.m. Decision. Discipline begins with a bell. It was a chilly winter morning in Mumbai. The alarm rang sharply at 5 a.m., breaking the silence of the night. Aryan was tired. His body begged for a few more minutes of sleep, but his mind couldn't forget the promise he had made to himself. No one cares if I am tired. No one worries if I am poor. I must get up, he told himself. He knew it. Only action could change his life. With sheer determination, Aryan stood up and laced his shoes. For the first time in many years, he went out for a run. The initial steps were heavy, his legs stiff, breath shallow. But he didn't stop, and as he ran, something began to shift. Each step felt like a personal victory, not because he had reached a destination, but because he had defeated the version of himself who once believed he couldn't do it. In that moment, Aryan realized, discipline is not something you gain overnight. It is a slow, steady process, a test of patience and consistency. And more importantly, every small victory would become the stepping stone to his biggest goals. And so, after a long journey filled with pain and comparisons, Aryan finally understood a timeless truth. Happiness is not something we find in others. It is something we must discover inside ourselves. This lesson may sound simple, but it holds great depth. Happiness begins the moment you stop comparing yourself with others and start appreciating the blessings you already have. Yes, the outside world can be full of challenges, but remember, you are the one who decides how to feel, how to think, and how to live. So, why stay trapped in dissatisfaction, when you can choose joy instead? Light bulb, keep this in mind. If you keep comparing, you'll never feel complete. Instead, love yourself, accept who you are, and be proud of your journey. If this story made you pause and reflect, please hit the like button, share this with someone who needs it, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. We truly love hearing from you. And yes, don't forget to subscribe so you continue receiving such meaningful and inspiring stories. Folded hands, thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay blessed.